The Jessup Scott Honor Society Distinguished Lecture Series invited Salman Khan to the university on Tuesday. Khan is the founder of the Khan Academy, a non-profit organization providing free online education.
I think it's awesome. I think that Salman Khan has some awesome ideas about just in the direction of education and where it should be going.
KhanAcademy.org is an education website used by millions of students a day.
It's over 7 million students a month are using it. There's 8 million registered users. They're doing 3 million exercises a day. They've done 1.2 billion problems to date.
Students can study and practice a range of subjects, from humanities to calculus, through videos and interactive lessons. Khan spoke to the UT community about how his program started and how it got to where it is today.
I think it's a crucial tool that kind of in symbiosis with a great teacher can lead to amazing results. And it's a teacher who embraces this idea of students going at their own pace and really taking agency over their learning.
Studies have shown that using Khan Academy has increased grades for students. The goal for Salman Khan is that one day everyone in the world will have free, accessible education. The University of Toledo will be creating an experimental educational lab called the One World Schoolhouse, inspired by the Khan Academy.
The University of Toledo is currently building a $36 million advanced simulation center on the health science campus. And that center will have a connection to this campus on the second floor of Carlson Library.
If you want more information on Khan's Academy, click the link next to the story. The university's One World Schoolhouse is expected to take place in the fall 2014 year. I'm Brittney Lucas for UT 10 News. A battle of the bands took place at the Glass Bowl last Saturday, but not the bands you might expect. The university hosted the Bands of America Regional Championship, sponsored by Music for All.
Music for All is a program whose mission is to create, provide, and expand positively life-changing experiences through Music for All. And we do a number of programs that actually showcase and place on a pedestal the achievement of students who are engaged in music and arts education, primarily at the scholastic levels in America.
21 high school marching bands from Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and Virginia took the field and performed their halftime shows. The bands were judged based on different aspects of their performance, such as sound, movement, and timing. Out of the 21 bands, only 10 of them made it to the finals. 6 out of the 10 were from Michigan, 3 were from Ohio, and 1 from Indiana. Hundreds of music lovers and families of the band members came out to cheer the bands on in the finals, happy for their kids to have this experience.
When my kids decided to join this, I wasn't sure what it was, but ever since I've been involved, it's just been a fantastic experience. I really encourage anyone who wonders what marching band is like to participate in one of these Bands of America competitions. It's fantastic. Just come in out and see what they do.
In the end, it was Lake Central High School from St. John's, Indiana, who took home the top prize.
We focused most of our energy on having great performances, and the kids were great tonight, and the winning was just kind of an icing on the cake.
If you would like more information about the Bands of America, click the link below the story. I'm Brittney Lucas for UT 10 News. Last Thursday, over 600 Rocket fans of all ages gathered at Savage Arena for this year's Hoops Hysteria. Hoops Hysteria is an event to get ready for the basketball season.
To get a chance to get our schedule cards out, our posters out, and the public a chance to meet our players firsthand, both on the men's and women's side, and just kind of generate some excitement for the season.
This year's Hoops Hysteria included a dunk contest, raffles, and a chance to meet and get autographs by the players. With the basketball season starting next week, players and fans enjoy this preseason experience.
We love the family experience. It's a nice time as a family, meet the new players, get their autographs, and just support the team.
Both the men's and women's basketball season begin November 3rd with an exhibition game here at Savage Arena. I'm Brittney Lucas for UT 10 News. After a day with family and feasting, many people lined up for the biggest shopping day of the year, Black Friday. This year, however, the sale started a little early. Instead of opening on Friday, most stores open Thursday night around 8 p.m.
We're starting to see a lot of customers like to get a jump start on their holiday shopping, and so the retailers are accommodating that request.
Although many protested the stores being open on a holiday, many still went out and waited in the lines.
I love it because you figure you get done at dinner like 5, and then you get a little nap and you come out here, ready to go.
According to ShopperTrack, a retail analytics service, sales increased 2.3% from 2012. According to IBM, online sales increased dramatically by almost 20% from last year. Even if you couldn't make it out to Black Friday, the sales are still going on all season. I'm Brittney Lucas for UT10 News. I'm Brittney Lucas, and this is your UT10 Sports. Most of our Rocket sports teams were competing out of the town this weekend, including the women's volleyball team. But before the ladies got on the road, I caught up with Ellen Hayes, the freshman starter who was last week's MAC Player of the Week. But first, the football team was the only Rocket team competing at home this weekend as they hosted Navy in a cold and wet glass bowl. It was a quiet crowd at first as Navy took an early lead, but the Rockets quickly got on the board just under 8 minutes into the game with a field goal thanks to Jemiah Detmer. In the second quarter, defensive end Jaron Elliott recovered a fumble and scored a TD, giving the Rockets the lead. But Navy's Noah Copeland caught a 20-yard pass, leaving the Rockets down by 4 at the half. The teams went back and forth, and it seemed the Rockets were about to win until Navy's Nick Sloan kicked a 40-yard field goal at the last second, tying the game at 31-all, sending it into overtime. The first round ended in another tie. Then, in the second OT, Navy scored a touchdown, but Sloan missed the extra point. The Rockets charged in and won the game by making the extra point for a final score of 45-44.
There's been some ups and downs, but their attitude and their effort and their persistence to continue to get better, that's never waned.
From a wet gridiron to a warm volleyball court, this year's starting team has 4 seniors, 1 junior, and 1 very special freshman. Ellen Hayes is making her mark, and I had the chance to talk with the up-and-coming freshman. Ellen Hayes has been diving for balls since the 4th grade. She holds her high school's record for most digs during a game and a season. As a Rocket, her skills only improved. Hayes plays libero, a defensive position to gain control of the ball and pass it to a teammate. Even though it's mid-season, Hayes already has 381 digs, averaging 4.48 per set. Last week, she was MAC's West Division Defensive Player of the Week.
As a freshman, that was exciting for me. I wasn't really expecting it, but honestly, it was all because of my teammates. They helped me through this whole thing, and they're the big reason for it.
The freshman not only wows the crowds, but her older teammates have realized her talents.
But she is definitely the one who brings a lot of energy. She's like a little fireball, and she's always talking, always on the court. You can always feel her presence.
Finals week is approaching, and UT has several resources to help students prepare for their big exams. There are 2 academic help centers at Carlson Library. The Writing Center provides feedback on drafts and completed papers, while the Learning Enhancement Center provides tutoring and group workshops.
In order to prepare for finals, I like working with groups, so I try to get a few people from my class together and get a study group together.
For more information on tutoring times and services, visit ut10news.com. Students, residents both on and off campus tended to be targets for break-ins during the holidays. As students get ready to leave for winter break, they should follow a few simple steps. Lock all your doors and windows and make your place look like someone is at home. Put lights and timers and don't announce you're leaving on Facebook or social media.
It's nice to have someone who is staying back to check on your property. If you have a neighbor, a trusted neighbor that you can have check on your place, that's always a good thing also.
Hey Rocket fans, I'm Brittney Lucas and this is your UT10 Sports. Campus was pretty quiet over the Thanksgiving holiday, but while most students were home filling up on turkey, the Rocket women's basketball team headed out to California for the SMC Hilton Concord Thanksgiving Classic. And I've also got highlights from Akron, where the football team wrapped up their regular season against the Akron Zips. After last week's heartbreaking loss to NIU, the Rockets were out of MAC West Championship contention. However, they were hoping to end their season by putting one last notch in the win column. But the Akron Zips weren't going to make it easy on them. The Rockets had a tough first half and took the field in the second, down by 7. And things only got worse as Zips' Kyle Pohl connected with John Root in the end zone 6 seconds into the second half. Owens, trying to get the Rockets back into the game, threaded this beauty to Bernard ready, but the point after attempt was blocked, a factor that came back to haunt the Rockets later on. With just 59 seconds left to play, Mark Remy finds pay dirt and scores UT's third unanswered touchdown, bringing the Rockets within 2 points of the zip. UT's only option was to go for two, but Owens' pass was broken up by Akron's Bryce Cheek, putting an end to any hopes of a Rocket comeback. The final score, Akron 31, Toledo 29. Coach Campbell says he was proud of his team's resilience.
I thought our kids fought back in the football game after a slow start and gave ourselves a chance to win the football game. Unfortunately, you can't have some of the critical errors that we had, and we had them, and fortunately for Akron, they were able to capitalize on those.